Hello, this is Poppy, and let me share with you a restored marriage testimony. The name is Make Heavenly Husband Your Only Priority. God is great, He's powerful, make Him your only priority. Give Him control over your life, and He will restore joy and peace to your heart. This restored marriage was submitted by one of our French students and lovely translated by Valerie, who also experienced recently her own restored marriage, married to my son's father. Abigail, how did your restoration actually begin? Au mois de juillet, mon mari de 24 ans nous a quittés en me disant qu'il ne voulait plus être avec moi et mes 4 enfants, qu'il partait habiter chez sa sœur et son frère à Boston et qu'il allait travailler là-bas. Il voulait seulement avoir contact avec les enfants, mais entre lui et moi, il ne voulait plus rien savoir. Et il m'a dit, si on doit retourner ensemble, seulement Dieu le saura. Lorsqu'il partit, cela m'a vraiment fait mal. Je pleurais constamment, je ne comprenais pas pourquoi ça m'arrivait. J'allais à l'église, j'essayais de faire ce que je croyais être bien aux yeux de Dieu. Mon mari ne travaillait pas ici, il n'arrivait pas à trouver. Donc, je travaillais 2 emplois pour pourvoir aux besoins de la famille. Je contrôlais toutes les dépenses, mais je lui laissais ma deuxième paye pour ses dépenses à lui. Je prenais toutes les décisions dans notre couple. Il n'avait vraiment pas sa place. J'en voulais à ses sœurs, son frère, sa mère de lui avoir proposé de venir s'installer chez eux, d'avoir brisé mon foyer. Toutes les fois que j'appelais, mon mari était froid, colérique. Il n'appelait que rarement ou seulement pour demander de l'argent, car en partant, il m'avait demandé de le supporter jusqu'à ce qu'il trouvait un emploi. Je devais demander aux enfants d'appeler leur père, car ils ne voulaient pas. Je pensais que je faisais la bonne chose. Un jour, pendant que j'étais affligée, je me suis rendue sur Internet et j'ai tapé restauration de mariage. Et cela m'a amené sur le site Aide maritale. J'ai suivi les cours qu'on donnait, mais sans compléter les formulaires à la fin, et cela m'a aidé à mieux comprendre que ce n'était pas la faute des autres, mais de ma faute. Dieu voulait me montrer comment j'étais rebelle, contrôlante, imbue de moi et de ma relation avec Dieu. J'étais tout sauf une femme soumise. Je ne semblais à rien de la femme vertueuse d'un Proverbe 31. Et un jour, en naviguant, je me suis retrouvée sur votre site, mais en anglais. J'ai alors refait le même processus, mais avec plus de discipline. En complétant les rapports de louange, j'ai acheté les livres Wise Woman, Maker at Home. J'ai suivi la formation et je me suis ainsi rapprochée de Dieu. God is great. He's powerful. Make Him your only priority. Give Him control over your life, and He will restore joy and peace to your heart. In July, my husband of 24 years left us, saying that he didn't want to be with me and my 4 children, that he was going to live with his sister and brother in Boston, and that he was going to work there. He wanted to have contact with the children only, but he didn't want to know or have anything to do with me. And he told me that only God would know if we should get back together. When he left, it really hurt. I was constantly crying. I didn't understand why it was happening to me. I went to church. I tried to do what I thought was right in the eyes of God. My husband didn't work here. He could not find anything, so I worked 2 jobs to provide for the family. I control all the expenses, but my second paycheck was for his own expenses. I was the one making all the decisions as a couple, not leaving any room for him. I was angry with his sisters, his brother, and his mother for having offered him to come and live with them and to have broken up my home. Whenever I was calling, my husband was cold, angry. He called rarely or only to ask for money because when he had left, he had asked me to support him until he found a job. I had to ask the children to call their father since they didn't want to. I thought I was doing the right thing. One day, while I was afflicted with all this pain, I went on the internet and I typed marriage restoration, and this brought me to find the help I needed, your site. I followed the courses that were given, but without completing the forms at the end. Overall, it helped me better understand that it was not the fault of everyone else, but my fault. God wanted to show me how I was rebellious, controlling, how full of myself I was, and also about my relationship with God. I was anything but a submissive woman. I was nothing like the virtuous woman in Proverb 31. Then, one day, while surfing, I found myself on your site, but this time in English. I then redid the same process, but with more discipline in completing the forms and submitting the praise reports. I also bought the books A Wise Woman and A Worker at Home. I also followed the courses more closely, and so I got even closer to God. I also decided that I needed to tithe, overcome that fear, which would mean the devourer wouldn't steal from me and our family anymore. How did God change your situation as you sought Him wholeheartedly, Abigail? Dieu est vraiment grand. Il m'a montré combien je n'étais pas parfaite à ses yeux. À chaque lecture, chaque témoignage que je lisais, je me reconnaissais. Dieu m'a transformée. Je suis devenue calme, sereine. Je lui ai demandé pardon pour ma rébellion de ne pas avoir été soumise dans mon mariage pour toutes les choses que je faisais pour irriter mon mari dans son rôle de leader familial. J'ai compris que ma relation avec lui n'était pas prioritaire, que mon air prenait toute la place. J'ai mis les conseils d'Erin en place. J'ai lâché prise. Je m'appelais plus mon mari, je le laissais appeler, je priais constamment. God is really great. He showed me how I wasn't perfect in His eyes. At every reading, every testimony I read, I recognized myself, and that's how God transformed me. I became calm, serene. I asked forgiveness for my rebellion, but not being submissive in my marriage for all the things I did to irritate my husband in his role as a family leader. I realized that my relationship with him was not a priority, that my ear took up the whole place. I put the advice of Erin in place and let go. I wasn't calling my husband anymore. I let him call while I prayed constantly. What principles from God's Word or through our resources, Abigail, did the Lord teach you during this trial? Je me suis mise à nettoyer la maison, à réarranger et débarrasser. J'ai démissionné d'un emploi et je restais à la maison pour m'occuper de mes enfants. Je me suis mise à faire à manger et des pâtisseries régulièrement. Même mes enfants ont commencé à participer dans les tâches ménagères. L'atmosphère était plus légère et calme. Je ne prenais plus aucune décision concernant les enfants. Ils devaient demander à leur père pour l'autorisation de toute sortie. Lorsqu'ils me demandaient de faire des choses, je ne murmurais plus au-dedans de moi. Même lorsque je n'étais pas d'accord, je cherchais toujours le support de Dieu dans toutes les choses. J'ai remis de l'ordre dans ma vie et dans ma maison. I started cleaning and rearranging the house and to also get rid of things. I resigned from a job and chose to stay at home to take care of my children. I began to make food and bake pastries regularly. Even my children began to participate in household chores. The atmosphere was lighter and calmer. In addition, I no longer made any decision about the children. They had to ask their father for permission to go out. When he asked me to do things, I no longer murmur within myself. Even when I disagree, I always sought the support of God in all things. Finally, I put order back in my life and in my house. Everything changed. Abigail, what were the most difficult times that God helped you through? Les moments les plus difficiles au début, c'est quand je lui parlais et je pouvais ressentir la froideur dans sa bouche. J'avais l'impression que cet homme qui m'aimait me détestait et ne pouvait plus me sentir. Lorsqu'il n'appelait pas non plus les enfants, ça me faisait vraiment mal. À toutes les fois que je raccrochais le téléphone, je pleurais. J'étais découragée et par moments, je doutais de ma restauration. Je voulais abandonner et continuer ma vie seule. Mais à toutes les fois, Dieu me ramenait à sa parole où je lisais un témoignage qui me fortifiait. The most difficult moments were at the beginning when I spoke to my husband and I could feel the coldness in his heart. I had the impression that this man who had loved me now hated me and he could no longer even stand me. Then, when he wasn't calling the children either, it really began to hurt. Every time I hung up the phone, I was crying. I was very discouraged, and at times I doubted my restoration. I wanted to give up and continue my life alone. But every time God brought me back to His Word, or I was reading a testimony that strengthened me to continue. What was the turning point of your restoration, Abigail? La semaine qui précédait le retour de mon mari à la maison me rappelait les débuts. Lorsque je lui parlais, il était froid et je ressentais encore sa colère et je voyais qu'il m'en voulait. Avant, lorsque j'avais vraiment lâché prise, son comportement ne m'affectait plus. Ça faisait vraiment longtemps que mon cœur était en paix avec la situation. Mais cette semaine-là, je me suis mise à pleurer, à douter encore et à avoir peur qu'il revienne et que je ne sois pas prête pour ça. J'ai même demandé à Dieu de laisser tomber que je ne voulais plus de restauration. Mais Dieu est fidèle. À toutes les fois, il calmait mon cœur affolé et me redonnait des pensées positives. The turning point happened the week before my husband's return. It reminded me of the beginning. When I spoke to him, he was again cold, and I still felt his anger, and I saw that he was angry with me. Previously, I had really let go of his behavior and it didn't affect me anymore, but it had been a while since my heart was at peace with this situation. Then, the week of his return, I began to cry, to doubt again, and to be afraid that he was going to come back and that I would not be ready for that. I even asked God to drop our restoration that I didn't want anymore. But God is faithful, and every time He calmed down me panicking hard and gave me positive thoughts. Tell us how it happened, Abigail. Did your husband just walk in the front door? Le jour avant son arrivée, j'avais nettoyé la maison, surtout la chambre de mon fils qui était vraiment en désordre et ça faisait longtemps que je lui avais demandé de le faire. C'est une des raisons que mon mari est parti. Il trouvait que les enfants étaient bordéliques dans leur chambre. La journée de son arrivée, je suis sortie tôt le matin pour amener ma fille à son match de basketball. Ensuite, je suis restée dans la rue. Je ne suis pas rentrée à la maison. J'ai ensuite été voir le match de mon autre fille en fin de journée. Après son match, nous sommes allés au restaurant avec ma plus jeune et ma première fille. On était dans l'auto et on riait, vraiment belle atmosphère. Et lorsque j'ai approché le stationnement de la maison, j'ai remarqué l'auto de mon mari. J'étais sur le choc. Mon cœur s'est affolé, ma première fille aussi, tandis que la plus jeune sautait de joie dans l'auto. Il n'avait pas dit qu'il viendrait. Il est juste arrivé sans prévenir. The day before my husband arrived, I had cleaned the house, especially my son's room, that was really messy and wish I had asked him to clean himself for a long time. It was actually one of the reasons why my husband had left. He found the kids very messy in their bedrooms. On the day of his arrival, I went out early in the morning to bring my daughter to her basketball game. Then I stayed out. I didn't go home. I then went to see the game of my other daughter at the end of the day. After her game, we went to the restaurant with my youngest and my oldest daughter. We were in the car and we were laughing. The atmosphere was really nice. And when I approached our parking lot, I noticed my husband's car. I was in shock. My heart panicked, as did my oldest daughter, while the youngest jumped for joy in the car. He had not said he would come. He just arrived without any hint of returning. Abigail, did you suspect or could you tell you were close to being restored? Oui, maintenant que je réponds à tout ça durant la semaine, j'avais lu la leçon qui nous disait que lorsqu'on vivait des frustrations et que des doutes revenaient et qu'on se posait des questions sur la restauration, mais la délivrance était proche. Lorsque je regarde ma semaine, j'avais vraiment été ébranlé à tous les niveaux, mais j'avais gardé les yeux fixés sur Dieu en tout temps, et il m'a donné la paix à toutes les occasions. Yes, now that I think about all this, the week before I had read the lesson that told us that when we leave frustrations and that doubts come back, that we ask ourselves questions on the restoration no longer wanted it. It means that restoration is very near. When I looked at my week prior to his return, I had really been shaken at all levels, but I had kept my eyes fixed on God at all times, and He gave me peace on every occasion. Would you recommend any of our resources in particular that help you? Tous les livres et vidéos que j'ai lus et vus sont vraiment des ressources nécessaires pour passer au travers de cette épreuve. Now God can and will restore. Les vidéos Be Encouraged m'ont beaucoup aidé à mieux comprendre la relation que Dieu veut que j'aille avec lui. All the books and videos that I have read and seen are resources that are essential to get through this ordeal. How God can and will restore your marriage and the Be Encouraged videos help me better understand the relationship God wants me to have with Him, which is what restoration is all about. Abigail, do you have favorite Bible verses that you would like to pass on to women reading your testimonies, promises that He gave you? Tout est possible à celui qui croit. Ne vous inquiétez de rien, mais en toutes les choses, faites connaître vos besoins à Dieu par des prières et des supplications avec des actions de grâce. Everything is possible to the one who believes. Don't worry about anything, but in all things make your needs known to God through prayers and supplications with thanksgiving. Would you be interested in helping encourage other women? We? Yes. What kind of encouragement would you like to leave women with? In conclusion, Abigail, Dieu est grand, il est puissant. Fais de lui ta priorité. Donne-lui le contrôle de ta vie et il saura redonner la joie et la paix à ton cœur. Rien est impossible à Dieu. Il faut juste s'abandonner à lui et avoir la foi qu'il agira en son temps. God is great. He is powerful. Make Him your only priority. Give Him control over your life, and He will restore joy and peace to your heart. Nothing is impossible to God. We must just surrender to Him and have faith that He will act in His time, not ours. Abigail. This testimony was translated by Valerie, married to my son's father, chapter 22, in By the Word of Their Testimony, Book 5. He will give you the desire of your heart. If you would like to read more testimony, please come and check the links I'm going to leave below this video. Have a great day. Blessings.